right, a beautiful morning. You're welcome to Women's Corner. My name is First Blossom. You have to pardon my volume because this morning I woke up with the flu. So yes, I just have to manage because I have to be here because this program is about empowering women, and just like a woman, I have to, be here for every one of us. And my Zoom guests who have taken their time to be part of the program is just unstoppable. You're welcome to Women's Corner. We start this program from 11 a.m. and we stop at 12 noon. So you can join us Monday through Friday. And sometimes if you're not close to the TV, you can actually watch us live on Facebook and on Twitter. Just type in Galaxy Television and you have our page open. Then of course you just click it. It's Women's Corner. And also you can download Galaxy Television app from Google Play Store and Apple Play Store. Just type in Galaxy Television and you will have it. I have three amazing women today joining me via Zoom from all over Lagos, Ogun State, and Delta State. So yes, this time around we'll be talking about period poverty. It's a thing that a lot of people don't understand what period poverty is. But the thing is, we're having periods. Growing up as a child, some people do not have the tools to guide themselves during that period of time, and of course that's caused a lot of issues with women, and it has caused a lot of stigmatization amongst ladies even growing up. So there's a particular poverty when it comes to our period, and of course there's this stigmatization of when you're in your period, you get to be how will I put it, your hormones are so high, you get to be moody and all the mood swings and all of that. So we'll be discussing everything here today, and at the same time we'll still be talking to the federal government so they could actually reach out to schools to actually do what is needful. But I'm not the one doing the talking today. I have amazing women who have definitely gone through it and still in it, and they have the better experience to share and also give advice. So let's quickly go on a short break and I'll be introducing my guest for us today. My name is Rose Blossom. Stay with us, we'll be right back. Welcome back. Yes, I'm going to start by introducing my first Zoom guest, and that one will be Juliana Olorunshogo. She's a sales coach, an entrepreneur, a founder of Garment Production Company, and we also have Ibiwoye Oluwabusayo. She's an educator, the director of studies at Flourishing Schools, and an associate pastor. And we also have Oluwagbemisola Bamiduro. She's the founder of Bam Bam Food Basket Limited. She's also a chemical environmental engineer, graduated from University of Nottingham, and of course she's in UK. So these are the amazing guests I'll be having. If we have them connected already, can we put them on the screen so I can introduce them one after the other, so you can put a face to the names? Can we have Gbemisola on the screen, Juliana, and Ibiwoye, please? Right, welcome back. It's Women's Corner. Now you heard that. The last one was gum. Then it was not even just gum. They used to say if you swallow orange seed. In fact, let me not say they used to say. The one my parents would tell me, because I love rice a whole lot. They used to tell me if I keep eating too much rice, one day rice was going to grow on my head. So those are some of the myths that never happened. But the truth is, sometimes you just have to watch that too much of everything is not good. Even water, they say take at least 10 sachet of water, or take at least 7 glass cup of water a day, so at least to keep your body from dehydrating. But at the same time, while you're still taking water, the doctors will still tell you too much of water is not good, and that's true. So you can read that up. Anyways, I have my guests, they've joined already. So I'm going to start with Juliana Olorunshogo. Like I said, she's a sales coach, an entrepreneur, a founder of Garment Production Company. Can we have Juliana Olorunshogo on the screen, please? Hi, Juliana. Good morning. It's good to have you. Thank you for the patience. Thank you so much. Okay, I'm going to just start with you, Juliana. We're talking about period and poverty and every other thing, that has associated with menstrual period, which, growing up then was a thing of people then never even told their mom when they started, and their mom never even sat them down to educate them on when it's going to come, how it's going to come, the changes to their body, the changes in even their hormones, their feelings, and all of that. They never told them. But I just want you to share any experience first before we go into the real questions. Do you have any experience of a lady whereby something like that happened to her? She never knew, probably she was scared, and maybe, I don't know, some people shout, friends will scream, but those who know and they were educated. Have you had any experience with any young lady, or maybe yourself, you've had an experience when you saw it? How did you feel? What was it for you?
It's an honor to be here today. Yeah, when I was to start menstruating, I have this mate. I was told by my dad actually that in the African, some underdeveloped countries, those African, let's say Kenya, for example, in the bushes where you have people that are just menstruating. And it will tell me that when people are menstruating, that they will be secreted in a place. Okay, you just have to leave them in a particular place. You dig a hole, and these people, we have to stew, and all just as if you want to use the toilet, so kind of, and just stay there. If it's going to be 3 days, if it's going to be 5 days, if it's going to be 7 days, that is how the person will stay. Okay, till the period is over. Okay, so when he said that, I was like, oh. And he said, we in Nigeria, we are blessed, and that we are being cared for. Although when I was growing up, I didn't have the luxury of this pad that we have now. I didn't have this luxury of just taking care of yourself. We were using rags. Okay, we're using rags, and for anybody, you just don't like it. Why? Because you are going to get to wash those rags. You don't use and throw away. You wash them, and in fact, is a trauma, because you get traumatized whenever your period is coming. It's not a time that you look up to at all, that you look forward to. So that's majorly my experience with menstrual period cycle, as it were. Thank you, ma.
Thank you. Now, I love the angle where you said, which is the first part I actually wanted to discuss about, was during the old times where we didn't have the luxury of pads, sanitary pads, basically. Some people use rags, some people use clothes, and you have to wash it. You have to keep washing it, which is not hygienic. And sometimes you could even have stain, and that is where the stigmatization comes from your fellow friends or your fellow students, whereby you start having maybe a particular odor, a particular smell, or maybe that's when they'll see you. If you don't tie cardigan on your waist before, you start tying cardigan on your waist, because you're trying to prevent people from seeing all those kind of things. Now, I want to know, because I've heard governments going to schools, to distribute sanitary pads, which I think it has stopped for a while now. If I will be honest, I've not heard. It is now some, personal organizations, some person, like maybe you having an organization, you just decide to reach out to the girl child and all of that to do that. Now, I want you to speak to the government, coming from your angle of your kind of experience and what the trauma you went through, having to go through the fact of whereby you had to take care of yourself, you had to be careful, you're so self-conscious of yourself that probably it might even affect the studies of the girl child. Do you understand? So what do we have to say to the government when it comes to provision of sanitary pads and everything a lady needs? I know the men are there too, yes, we know that, but I think first first off is the woman, because the pain, the losing of blood and everything, which I believe a lot of men might never get to understand. So please.
Okay, what I'm going to tell the government is that, 20% of women, of a girl child, will miss school because of this same factor, and which is not nice. We also have women that could not even afford, not just the girl child alone. We have women that could not afford these luxuries and keep passing the odor and the poor hygiene to the children, because if a mother could not afford it and you have a girl child too, so the cycle just continues like that. We just want to plead with the government to make these things available, no matter the economy, because we have needs for them, and it's not everybody that can afford it. In fact, let's say 30% of people cannot of female cannot, in Nigeria as we speak, cannot afford this luxury of sanity pads to take care of themselves as it is right now. And this is 2024. For Christ's sake, you don't even believe this should be happening. But I think if we should talk it more enough, educate people more enough, and make these things available to every store around in communities that people cannot afford these things. Okay, you just go there to the grassroots and make provisions for these things subsidized. That's what I think.
The price, they need to subsidize the price, because right now if you touch one sanitary pad in fact some products are still even mild when it comes to their prices, but now it's outrageous. So there are still a lot of girls there who are still coming up, they will still have their menstrual period per month, and yet they do not even have the ability, or let's say the means of getting this sanitary pad. And it will be so sad that at this time and age we'll have young girls using cloth or using rags or using some even go as far as using cotton wool, you understand, which I still believe is not so very healthy. Yeah, tissue paper also, it's not so very hygienic, you understand. So I think it's something the federal government needs to put into consideration. It's a very big deal, because that could affect a lot of things, mental health, emotional, even your studies, your confidence as a woman, a whole lot of things I don't want to dabble into. I have another Zoom guest who has joined us, so I would like to welcome her as she has joined us. Is Ibiwoye Oluwabusayo. She's an educator, director of studies at Flourishing School, and associate pastor. Can we have Oluwabusayo on the screen? Hi, good morning.
Good morning. It's good to be here. Good morning. Thank you so much for this.
Thank you so much for joining us. I could see your work, but you still had to join in. So I'm just going to go straight to the question because of our time. The first question I asked Juliana was, what was the experience like for you growing up when you started your period? I want people to learn from our experiences. And of course, how do you think period poverty affects a woman's mental health? Even growing up as a child to adulthood, because some people still have this how will I put it, they still have this, probably there's still an image in their head whenever they want to have their period because of probably what has happened to them growing up as a child. So yes, please share your experience with us if you have any, or someone close to you or a friend of yours that had something like that, then please give us the answers to how this can affect a girl's mental health. Thank you.
Okay, one more time, thank you very much. Yeah, I had an experience, this menstrual thing. I'm just lucky that mine doesn't come with pain, but I had a friend whose own comes with pain as early as like a day or two before the real day comes. Then talking about the hygiene and how to handle it. Thank God for my mom. I have a great mom. The very first time I saw it, she put me through. But guess with what? It was with a wrapper. So she had some clothes cut for me in pieces. She told me how to wash them. So I washed them. She told me how to roll them. But there's one thing about that. It stinks, actually. So anytime you're on your period, your friends will know about it because of the body odor, number one. Number two, you tend not to be comfortable. There's a way you sit. There's a way you just check yourself. You said something earlier. You said talking about a girl that doesn't even use cardigan on her waist before. Immediately you sight the girl using cardigan, just know that something is up. So I was in that shoe actually until gradually started saving up for pad. It wasn't that expensive then. Always was about, I think it was about 200 naira or thereabouts then. So I started saving up for it to get it, and thank God for that. But for those that don't have the opportunity to, it is well. That's what I would say, because is traumatizing actually. Some of them cannot concentrate. Some of them, if two persons are talking, they actually have the belief that they are talking about them.
Okay, Oluwabusayo, thank you for that one. Hopefully when your network gets back, we'll continue from where we stopped. So okay, can you hear me? Oluwabusayo, can you hear me?
Okay, I just started hearing you. I don't know. I think something came up.
Yes, network, it's freezed, yes. So we'd like you to continue from where you stopped. Thank you. In just 2 minutes.
I don't know where I stopped actually, because I just kept talking.
Okay, now let me just ask this question. You shared your experience, and yes, I know it's not like you said, you stink, and you had a similar situation of having to tie cardigan around your waist because you don't want it to stay, you don't want people to get in case of anything, and at the same time, once they sit on you, they know that Oluwabusayo started that period. Yes, we got all that part. So I just want to ask, how does all of this affect a lady's mental health, especially for the fact that most of them are usually in secondary schools, and it could be, fortunately for you, if it starts probably during your exams, and at that period you said you're lucky, one of the lucky ones that it doesn't come with pain. Imagine somebody having pain and your period just came, you don't even know how to handle any of it, and yet you still have to sit for the exam because they will not give you a special request for writing the exams or special sitting for writing the exams. Exactly. So how does it affect a woman mentally speaking, talking from your experience now, so that people would know, and how did you get to overcome that thing that was affecting you mentally because of the situation?
Okay, thank you very much. I was saying it before the thing got frozen. It affects their self-confidence actually, because you don't want to get stained, so you feel withdrawn. You keep to yourself. There's a way you sit. Okay, two persons are talking, you felt they're talking about you. It actually disturbs them mentally. It disturbs you, it disturbs them emotionally. You're writing exams and your mind is still like, I hope I don't get stained. In a way it affects the performance at that moment. Then most of them don't even want to be in school. They don't want to go to school that particular day. They just want to clear the mess in the house. It happened to me once that time. I had to just stay at home. I formed like I was sick. So I had to stay at home because I want to just bear the mess alone in my own space. So it stops some of them from going to school. It affects their academic performance. It affects their self-esteem, their relationship with people.
self-esteem, self-confidence, and relationship with people. And actually, to be honest, that is it. You know, I would have loved to share mine, but I think I was one of the fortunate, I will not say fortunate people to actually have sanitary pads, because my father was someone that was always too, I will not use the word too disciplined, but he made sure that before he even comes, there's something on ground. You know, then he even say, if you carry belle, don't worry, there's preparation on ground. You have to give birth to that child. And so he was always ready for the future, both the good in case and the bad. He's ready for anything. So he's not even waiting to be surprised by, because you say you are young, even if you advise you, don't. It is that don't that you always want to go for. You never go for the do's. So you understand, and that's normal thing because of our youthful exuberant. So I'm going to ask Juliana Oloroshogo. Juliana, if you're still there, please signify. Okay, great. Yes, I want to ask you now, from your own experience, speaking from your own experience, because I said mostly we'll be talking from experience. Speaking from your own experience, how did it affect you growing up, and what was that thing that you did that made you, you know, came back up, and you just felt that for every girl you meet out there, you're going to try to be supportive or try to make sure that she doesn't go through the same thing as you?
Okay. All right. In my own case, I really it's the smell for me. I'm someone that does not like to. I can't just take in when something smells. It irritates me a lot. So you can now imagine if the smell comes from myself. Okay, when I feel as if I am smelling. All right. So, and the thing about washing the clothing is that no matter how you wash it, and I like, no matter how you wash it, you feel the smell. As you are walking, you feel the smell is as in you are going about with the smell. Then till now, when I wash, or I have a napkin in the kitchen and I have to wash a napkin in the kitchen, after doing that, put it on the cooker to dry. I still have this thing that I do since then. I will smell my fingers as if this thing smells. So this is a habit I have been into since when I was washing my my period napkins. So I always have this mindset that my hand is smelling. So when I wash anything, it takes me back to that particular moment that I have to do that, and I will smell it. So I grew up with that till when I got pregnant. And for the first time that I got pregnant, I was happy that I was not menstruating, that there was no blood. Like hell, 9 months, so I won't see this thing. That is how traumatized I was about this thing. And of course, I'm going to do everything. I have a girl child that just started menstruating, and I will do anything to provide the sanitary pad. I will do everything to make sure you have your cologne. I will do everything to make sure you wash your clothing, and I will do everything for breathe. You know, I will always tell her, let there be hair. You know, don't wear tight clothing whenever you are doing this. Let there be free hair. Let hair touch your body, even your private parts. Your skirt has to be flare at this time, not a fitted skirt. No, it has to be a free skirt right now. There's no point wearing a trouser. Okay, if you are going to wear a trouser, make sure it's not a jean trouser, so that air can just get into that place. If we can have all this thing going on, you are not going to smell. People don't have to know when you are doing this. then make sure that you change often, okay? Because as at that time, even for you to want to change, to want to wash, because you want to wash these things, you just wait until it's really, really soaked, and it brings blisters to your private part. So we have to educate her on all those things, and that's what I do. And I will want to support as many of these courses that no girl child will have to go through what I went through, washing.
Thank you very much.
My clothes.
Yes, thank you very much. And of course, it's so beautiful that you're supporting your child, and of course you're ready to also support other girls when it comes to, you know, this period poverty. And you said a whole lot that, in fact, some I've already jotted down. You said about the smell, you said about, you know, the openings whereby you have to allow breeze, you understand, fresh air. You must not always wear tight clothing, and there are some ladies out there that will wear, you know, the underwear, they will still wear tight and they will put on jean. Well done, congratulations. Keep suffocating your private part, but it's wrong. Not keep, actually, you're supposed to stop that. That's a reverse humor. Anyways, I'm going to ask Oluwabusayo, before we wrap up the show, is what advice will you give to young girls out there who are about to start, who have started? And of course, I know some people have had these, it's not just about stigmatization. I think some people have already started having health conditions, or some already have health conditions whereby no matter how much they clean up, they always smell. And that is starting from that period, starting from the fact that they could not take care of it at an early stage and it became a part of them. It's a different thing when you have a health condition that you smell, and it's a different thing that when you do not take care of your body, you tend to smell. So what advice do you give to young ladies, and of course ladies who still believe they have this, like Juliana said, when she cooks, she still, or she washes, she still smells her hand just to be sure it's not smelling. And a lot of people are even so excited that after, while they are pregnant, oh, I'm not going to be on my period. And after being pregnant, some people even stay a year without even seeing their period. Some people are excited. Well, I get worried when they get excited and they've not seen their period again, all because of childbirth. So you can imagine, it could be out of most of these things we're talking about that's caused them to rejoice to something that delicate, which they should actually seek medical condition. But let me allow you, in just 2 minutes, give the ladies, give the women advice, those who have been stigmatized, those who are still going through it, and those who are still probably using what they call it, rags, clothes, to do their menstruations. Like, just advise them. I think that will be all. In 2 minutes, please.
Okay, thank you very much. She has said a lot already, though. I just want to encourage everyone that menstruation is not bad. In fact, it's the gift of nature. There's a reason for it. That it must pass out. It must be passed out. That waste must be passed out. So that's number one thing. See it as a thing of joy. When it comes, say, oh, I'm a woman. Yeah, that's what makes you a woman. I'm a woman. My system is working so well. That's number one. Then number two, the period doesn't come every day. In fact, it doesn't come every week. It comes in 28 days after the first day of the previous one. So what I did that helped me was that I started saving up for it when I discovered that the clothes my mom gave me wasn't working for me, and I saw my mates using it. So I started saving up for it. So get it before the time. Try and save up for it and get it before the time. It's not too much. You can get for as low as 500 naira, 600 naira. So save up for it. That's number two. Then number three, for those who had been traumatized before, please talk to someone. For those who had health defects already as a result of the bad hygiene during menstruation, please talk to someone. There are things you can still do. There are things that could still be done to eradicate that or to manage it. That's number three. Then the fourth thing, there are NGOs that do Pad a Girl. In fact, I'm part of one, Pad a Girl today. one sanitary pad can save a girl, you can meet with them. You can meet with them. You can advocate for other girls. That let's start supporting our girls. Let's everyone keep bringing one thing or the other, that we could get sanitary pad for girls out there. So far, these are my few words of advice to everyone out there, to the young lady out there. Let's keep educating them. I love what Madam Julian said, I will educate my daughter. So let's extend it out there, not only our daughters now, but others around. Let's educate them. People don't have to know that we are menstruating. Save up for it. It comes in 28 days. So there are lots we can do. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. In a few seconds, you said you're part of an NGO. So can you state the name of your NGO? And if they have an Instagram handle or a Facebook handle, please can you just state it in just a few seconds, very quickly?
Okay, the owner of the NGO is Oluwaseyi Ramon. Oluwaseyi Ramon. So they donate to girls. I want to quickly, I'll let me check for the name properly, so that I won't have a mix-up. But they give out sanitary pads to girls.
Okay. We won't have time for you checking. We will not have time for you checking, so we'll just continue. You send it to me, and of course, we'll tag them. So we'll tag it on the video for those who want to, be part of it and get from it. So we'll tag them. I would like to say thank you very much, Ibiwoye Oluwabusayo, and thank you, Juliana Oloroshogo, for joining us. Can we have Juliana and Oluwabusayo on the screen together while I wave them by? Thank you. Bye.
Bye. Thank you.
All right, so that's it. That's all we could take. I will get the Instagram handle and the Facebook handle for those who want to, get sanitary pads. It's good to stay healthy. Using rags is a no-no. Using cotton wool is also a no-no. Try and use a sanitary pad. At this point, our time is already fast spent. I'm supposed to play a Spotlight Nugget, which is the CEO networking event, but because of our time, and of course, the event is about like 5 minutes, so we can't take that. I'm just going to list out some things that I noted from all of these things these women have said. And it's unfortunate Bemisola could not join us. She probably is in a meeting. Okay, I'm just going to state this, that as a woman, if you have been stigmatized, like she said, talk to someone. And if you know you don't have the resources, no matter how much you save, you do not have the resources to be able to get a sanitary pad, you should probably reach out to the NGO. And according to Oluwabusayo, she said Oluwaseyi Ramon is actually the person in charge of this NGO, and there are a lot of NGOs out there which you can actually get in touch with to get the sanitary pad, which is very important. And also make sure, like they said, wear free clothing. So when you are on your period, you don't have to wear so many underlining garments or so many garments, just because you're trying to cover up the smell or whatever. In fact, that is even more dangerous. And if you find out that for a while after your period you have a particular smell, you should see your medical doctor to help you. If you have pain and all of that, you can still see your medical doctor to help you, relieve the pain just a little bit. It's a normal thing, because the doctors will even tell you, if you cannot go through the menstrual pain, how about the delivery? But guess what? Sometimes you might not even have to go through pain to have your baby. At this point, I'd like to call it a wrap on today's show. It's been an amazing one. I'm going to say thank you again to Ibiwoye Oluwabusayo. She's an educator, a director of studies at Flourishing School, and associate pastor. And also thank you so much, Juliana Oloroshogo, a sales coach and entrepreneur, founder of Garment Production Company. And Bemisola Bamiduro, even though you could not join us, I'm still going to thank you for at least taking your time to stay with us till the program ended. She's the founder of Bam Bam Food Basket Limited, a chemical environment engineer graduate of the University of Nottingham, UK. At this point, I would say to wrap. Thank you, my viewers, for joining. It's been an amazing one. Help a girl child around you.